Welcome to the channel, to my latest 40k 10th edition Warhammer 40k 10th battle report. The Primaris of the 13th are coming, my second company, and up against them is the boys. I say the boys, but this is an entire army of Gretchen Grots riding Squigs, screaming across the battle grid. This is the Grot Hogs. And we welcome back to the channel, AT. Say hi, AT.
Hi, AT.
Tell us about the Grot Hogs. What is going on here?
So I basically wanted to do an army that was based entirely off of Squigs because I love the Squig models.
Yeah.
But also given that I'm quite a lazy painter and didn't want to paint loads and loads of Ork inventory, I decided it might be fun to do something that was just Grot based and Grots riding Squigs. So I put my mind to it and basically came up with as many Squig-based monstrosities as I could think of, and this is what I came up with.
And you said there's a lore behind this. There's a little bit of a story behind this as well.
There's a little bit of a story. So the story that goes behind this is the Grots were getting a bit fed up of their evil Ork overlords bullying them and giving them a bit of a shoe-in.
Yeah.
But they knew the rule was that the biggest is the best and the strongest is in charge. But they then realised that they were in charge of looking after the Squigs, and the Squigs were in fact bigger and stronger and tougher than most of the Orks. So they decided, hang on a minute, maybe we should be in charge. So a bit of a Grot uprising followed, and they gave the Orks a bit of bullying back, and then went off and on their own little mini wag.
Viva la revolution! The Orks have been overthrown. The Grot Hogs are on a rampage, tearing up their own war, and standing against them will be the second company. Let's go and have a look at the board. These are the cards we're playing this time. Nearly rolled up for end-to-end deployment, but we're back to Dawn of War with priority targets. Priority targets means you get 5, 10 on the primaries each battle round in your command phase, no more than 10. So you only really need to hold 2 objectives. But at the end of the game, you get up to 15 points for the primary objectives that you're on. So if you hold 3, 15 points. So I quite like it. It benefits the person who goes second, gives them the opportunity, if they've got any models left, for a last dash onto objectives to score some of the primaries. Of course, the secondaries will be coming out of the secondary mission deck, and I've set up a really cool battle mat as well. It's nice with all the terrain all over the place. These large line of sight blocking terrain pieces, these pre-painted resin bits, they're all from urbanmats.com along with the battle mat. This lovely statue in the middle is from marchofwar.co.uk, who also do my objective markers. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you to all the subscribers and the members, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. There's definitely better YouTube videos out there, by the way. There's lots of cats on YouTube's. There's also what happens to your body if you take cod liver oil for 30 days. I could recommend a bunch of other videos, mainly with cats in, but thank you for choosing to watch this one as well. And here are the second company of the 13th. This is bang on 2,000 points and haven't squeezed any enhancements with it. And I'm looking forward to this one. This is the first time I've run the second company, my Primaris force, since 10th edition dropped. It's been a long time since I've seen these lads on the channel, so it's good to get them out now. Leading the charge will be a lieutenant who'll be joining a unit of 10 Hellblasters along with an apothecary. That means those Hellblasters can fall back, shoot and charge, and they also get lethal hits. I've also got 2 more 5-man units of Hellblasters here. Some aggressors, some jumpy dudes. Probably they'll be deep striking in. A unit of 6, a unit of 3, a unit of 3. 2 warsuits, the Redemptor with the big plasma gun of doom. Outriders to zip forward and hopefully steal secondaries. And 2 fast strike turrets in the backfield. Not much punchy in the army apart from the aggressors and the big chonking robots over there. Plenty of units to spread out all over the place. How long they live for, though, that'll be interesting, because the the Grot army is very aggressive and very quick. I'm going with the Gladius Strike Force, which is the first one in the Space Marine book. I like it. That's the one with the Tactical Devastator Assault Doctrine in. I like the flexibility of that attachment, the ability to advance and charge, or the ability to fall back and shoot. I just like it. There's a couple of decent stratagems in it as well, which make it quite interesting to play. Anyway, this is bang on 2,000 points of the 13th, led by this brave lieutenant down here. Let's go and have a look at the boys. Not the boys, the little boys. Here are the teenage boys, the children, the kids. I don't know what to call them. Loads of guys spreading forward on grots and things. Talk us through your army. Is this 2,000 points?
2,000 points, yeah.
I think we should mention actually that orcs have 6s explode in melee. So sustained hits 6s in melee. And also once per battle, wah! I don't know who's screaming the wah, but someone's screaming the wah, and they all get a 5 up in vulnerable save, an extra strength, and extra attack, and they could advance and charge, which makes this list even scarier. Talk us through what we've got here.
Okay, so we've got 3 units of the Squigpog boys.
Yes.
So 3 units of the 6. Each of those units has the knob on the Smasher Squig leading the unit.
Right.
They're all the same with no additional upgrades on the characters. And each unit also has 2 bomb squigs tucked away, hidden away inside it as well.
Okay. What does this knob on the Smasher Squig do?
He smashes things.
Brilliant.
He basically is an attached character. He makes the entire unit hit on 2s in melee as opposed to hitting on 3s.
Nice.
Which is quite handy to have.
And these guys, you say they're toughness 7 with 3 wounds and a feel no pain, the unit.
That's right.
So they're quite tough.
They're quite tanky.
How fast do they move?
So they move 10.
10. Okay. So hitting on 2s with these 3 units down here. What else we got?
So we've got 2 standard Death Dreads.
Yes.
Which are heavily converted with a very happy little man riding each one.
Nice, okay.
And then at the back we've got the 2 giant squigs. These guys I am using as the Forge-World Mecha Dreads.
Right.
Which is a bigger, choppier version of these guys.
Yeah.
But they can also repair vehicles, including each other, which is quite handy.
Nice, okay.
So this one's set up with the double claws. This one's set up with the 1 claw and the kill cannon.
Okay.
Moving over to this side, we've got the kill rig, or the grot wagon, as I like to call it.
How many grots have you got painted and stuck to that thing?
I've lost count. I'm still going with it, but I've lost count at the moment.
They're hanging off it all over the place. Love it. This fella?
So this fella is the grot boss. So
Okay.
this is grot boss butt slapper.
Butt slapper.
That's yeah.
Brilliant.
Because that is how he gets the big squig to do what he wants.
You've got to slap them on the butt, otherwise they don't. I mean, when they slap them on the butt, they hit them in the butt with a very sharp shovel.
Yeah.
That's how they get them. Because squigs, their hides are like concrete.
Yeah.
So hit them really hard in the butt. Butt slapper, okay.
So that's grot boss butt slapper.
Yes.
And then across into the middle, we've got a unit of what will be counted as normal beast snagger boys.
Okay.
But in theme with the army, they are little grots riding little squigs, and the knob in the middle there riding a slightly bigger squig because he's the knob.
Beast Snagger boys, all the riders all over the place, Death Dreads, Mega Dreads, and Butt Slapper.
Butt slapper, yeah.
Brilliant. Have you got any enhancements in here or anything like that?
No upgrades for this army. I didn't quite have the points for it to make it all fit in.
It is.
I'm also aware as well, because I know it will come up in the comments, I'm sure, that the character Squig Boss
Yes.
is much stronger than the standard one, but I haven't built him or painted him that way, so I'm using the standard one.
Yeah, the character dude is dramatically better, but he's an orc, and he's sticking to the narrative. Love that. But a tough, fast, sneaky, smelly, screaming force charging down towards the 13th. Let's go on to deployment. So we're deployed for this 2,000 point game of Take and Hold. I started building my castle down here. There's the Outriders, the big unit of 10 Hellblasters with the aggressors, and my home field objective is there. And as you can see, there's quite a kill box in the middle, but there's loads of dead sneaky places around the edges for the orcs to come jumping on. So we've put, AT puts a chunk in the middle, but he deployed hard on the left, which is nice, and deployed hard on the right, because sometimes you've got to be cunning as well as brutal. See, the Gretchen, they're trying to learn from their orc overmasters, right? I imagine there's a couple in a cage every now and then which they hit with the cattle prods, just they used to have when they had a grunt herder nearby.
They've learned many hard lessons, I'm sure, over the years.
Tell us the secret. Sneaky. Be sneaky as well as... Oh, that's one of the secrets. We didn't know that. We thought you just screamed and ran straight forward at the enemy. I have put the 2 units of my jumpy dudes in reserve, the 2 3-man units. Here's the big 6-man unit down here. And war suits can scout before the game, but I'm not sure if I want to scout. Because if I put them there, these things move. You could call a wow in turn 1, you see.
Yeah.
And then they could advance. Well, they move 10, then they advance, and then it's the first turn charge. So I'm not sure whether actually scouting forward is the right move here. I'm very interested to know, do you want first turn or do you want second turn? I feel like you want me to come closer to you first.
It's tricky. It works better if the opponents come forward a little bit. So you have to kind of weigh up. Do you want to take the first round of shooting and then be able to hit with everything at once? So it all depends. It all depends.
Shall we see what Zinch says?
Let's see.
After you, sir. That's a 1. You might have your way. I've got a 4. It is the 13th. Turn 1. The orders for the 13th are glorious and achievable. They're being very sensible at the start of this battle. Secure no man's land and area denial. Here we are after the 13th movement phase. The baby boys have not declared their wah yet. They're holding on to that until turn 2 or potentially turn 3. I declared this Death Dread down here as the Oath of Moment target because it's about the only thing that my army can reach out and touch. And the Outriders have dashed forward for area denial. The centre's about here. So that's going to be 5 points. And I am on 2 objectives in no man's land for secure no man's land. And I've spread out all the way across the line. Don't know if this is a good idea or not, because there's potential counter charges down here in turn 2. And there's potential counter charges down here. We're starting off the shooting phase over here with the Redemptor Dreadnought. Overcooking is Macro Plasma Incinerator coming into the Death Dread here for D6 plus 1 shots. For 3 shots. We hit on 3s with a little bit of Oath of Moment. Strength 9 versus Toughness 9. 2 wounds at -4. You are getting cover from that thing there, so -3. So 2 5-up saves. And you make 1 fail 1. That'll be 3 damage. And it's a hazardous check. I don't lose 3 wounds myself, and that's the only gun from the Dreadnought that can hit anything this turn. Next, we'll fire the Fast Strike servo turrets in, and they hit on 2s and Oath of Moment, and that was a thing before it knocked it over. Strength 9 versus Toughness 9, but these are twin linked as well, so re-rolling hits, re-rolling wounds. It's like having the old Oath of Moment back. 5 at -1, sir, so 5 3-up saves. And you make them all. Now we're on to the Hellblasters firing in as well. These hit on 3s. Oath of Moment. 6s are lethal. I am overcooking, by the way. And the rest need 5s. Look at that, really cocked. 8 5-up saves. Each doing 2 damage. And that is a dead Death Dread. Didn't explode. Hazardous checks. And I don't lose any Hellblasters to the hazardous check. It's a miracle. Now, the Outriders turbo boosted forward. The Hellblasters are no longer in range. Aggressors short range. I've got 2 at the front here of the Hellblasters who can hit that unit. So we're going to fire just 2 of the Hellblasters into that unit. Not overcooking with these guys. This is just to tickle. You're toughness 7, right?
Toughness 7.
I think that might be a wound. 6-up save. It is a wound.
No.
That is only 1 damage. And then the... Feel no pain. Oh, yeah, of course.
It's okay. And
then the Warsuit will fire in to the same squad, hitting on 3s. 6s are sustained. 5s to wound, however. 2 wounds at -1.
5s?
And that is 4 damage. But you've got the feeling of the pains. And one takes 2 wounds. Let's see if the twin Iron Hail Heavy Stubber can tickle off the last wound. I'm going to need 5s. Yeah, it does. Maybe. On a 4. Which you fail. And a 5 for the feeling of the pain. Which I don't. Okay, so one's down to 2 wounds remaining.
What?
Yes. And then I've got another Warsuit over here, which is going to rinse and repeat. I fired off camera. I tickled a little wound from that squad as well, and that is the end of the 13th turn 1. I get 10 points for racking up those secondaries, and I've spread out onto 4 out of 5 of the primary objectives. However, War Boss Buttslather can see the beakies in front of him, and he screams out at the Grot Hogs to come charging up this battle grid in Orks. Turn 1. Well, not Orks, Gretchen, turn 1. While my 2 orders were clean and concise and achievable, Butt Slapper's orders are nothing but. Deploy Teleport Homer in the middle of the battle grid or in my deployment zone is going to be nigh on impossible. And assassinate, kill either my lieutenant or the apothecary in a big squad of 10 Hellblasters. He's optimistic in turn 1, but I don't think these are going to happen. Here we are, partially entered in the movement phase because bomb squigs are about to be unleashed and the Grot herd just comes stamping forward. They've got loads of sticks that they can shoot with. They haven't achieved any of their secondary objectives, but they're fine with that for now. Unleash the bomb squigs.
I'm going to do 2 bomb squigs into these guys.
Okay, so what do you need?
So they explode on 2s.
Okay.
They don't go off on 1s.
And this is a once per battle thing, so they both explode.
They both explode.
And it's D3 mortal wounds each.
D3 mortal wounds each on the squad.
And that is 4 mortal wounds on the squad, wiping out 2 of the Hellblasters. And then there's 2 being unleashed into the warsuit.
Yep. Explode on 2s.
Nice. And 2d3 on the warsuit. And that's another 4 on the warsuit. That's a good start. 2 more bomb squigs on this flank into Mr. Redemptor. Both of them come squiggling out and climb up his trouser leg and then boom. And this time it's 5 mortal wounds. Now we're on to the shooting phase. The Squighog boys down here are chucking their stickers, exploding spears, at the warsuit.
There's only 4, 2 from this unit, 2 from this unit that are in range.
So we can do it all together. 5s to hit. I like to think, because Gretchen normally hit on 4s, right?
That's right, yeah.
I like to think, because they're bouncing around on all the squigs, that's why they're suddenly hitting on 5s, like Orks do. Like
yeah, that's it. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
These are anti-vehicle 4+.
Nice.
They
Nothing.
don't wound.
Okay. Sticks fired out over here and didn't manage to hurt the Redemptor. Now we're on to the Mecha Dread, aka Massive Squig, firing in at the warsuit here with the kill cannon. So I'm going to armor contempt it. I might as well armor contempt it. I'm armor contempting it. And it's D6 plus 3 shots.
Yep.
Which will hit on 5s. And you get 2 hits. Strength 9, toughness 8 on a warsuit. And they both wound. With the modifiers back to a 3-up save and a fail 1, and it's 2 damage.
2 damage.
Interestingly enough, there's only 1 gun left to shoot now, which is the kill rig. And you're putting the lobber down into the Hellblasters over here.
Yep.
And the Psychic Weirdboard Blast is going to hit the aggressors. So what are we starting off with?
So we'll do the lobber first.
Right.
So we've got D6 shots.
Yes. Is it blast?
For 3... Yes.
It is. So it'll be four shots, which will hit on 5s.
Hit on 5s.
Hit on Orc / Gretchen. Both of them hit. Nice.
Strength 6.
Wound on 3s. 3-up or death. Death. D3 auto hits with the Psychic Shockwave. That is 3 auto hits. I like it.
Strength 12.
Okay, aggressors are toughness 6. So 2s to
Still
wound.
2s.
That one's cocked and 1 doesn't wound. We have 2 wounds. The AP is...
-3.
-3. Loads of cover. Doesn't help me. How much damage?
D6.
D6 a time. Ooh, the first one does. Wipes 1 out and the second one. Wipes the second one out. 2 aggressors. Brains explode. So I've lost a couple of Hellblasters and aggressors, which is a very successful Orc shooting phase. We're on to the charge phase, and it's a 9-inch charge with this unit, and 1's on 1 wound, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to overwatch you with the warsuit. But first you need to make the charge, otherwise you don't move and then you don't overwatch.
Yeah, it's just something that a lot of people miss, is that for it to overwatch, it needs to be when you start a move or finish a move.
Mm-hmm.
So if you fail to charge, you don't move, so you can't do the overwatch. So.
Brilliant. It's welcome to 10th.
Welcome to 10th, yeah. Exactly.
9-inch charge with these guys then. Good luck. That's a 10. They're going to make the charge. And then the other unit need a 10 as well to get in there. They don't get in there. Right, we'll overwatch. D6 plus 3 auto hits with the Incendium cannon for 6 auto hits. But you are toughness 7, right?
Yeah. So
I'm going to need 5s to wound. Just trying to kill the 1-on-1 wound. I get a wound. And -1, 1 damage.
5-up save. No.
And the feel no pain.
No pain.
Nope. And then we'll do the other shots, which are hitting on 6s off camera. 1 more wound caused on the overwatch. Crump, the Squighog boys come smashing in to the warsuit in the middle. The Mega Dread and the other Death Dread could hardly fail the charge into the Outriders. Then down on the other flank, This unit of boys, well, they failed to get into the Redemptor Dreadnought. I don't have any CP to interrupt. So let's go on to the boys phase, otherwise called the fight phase. Lots of attacks. Here's all the stickers, which hit on 3s. A few explosions there for extra hits. Anti-vehicle 4+. That's a few wounds, and it's -1/2 damage. And Warsuits, Redemptors have a 2-up save. Warsuits only have a 3-up save. So I'm going to need a bunch of 4s here. That is not a bunch of 4s. In fact, that is 6 damage. It's on 2 wounds remaining. And then all the Squig, Hog, Jaws and Saddle Gits, they can fight as well with all their extra attacks. And these hit on 4s.
It's on 3s because it's +1 from from the
because of the dude.
Which it doesn't matter. I forgot it the first time.
Okay, that's 6 explodes.
And 1 6 back in.
And then 5s to wound.
Oh.
Nothing.
All right, then we've got the boss man.
Boss man himself with his knob.
He benefits himself as well, so he hits on 2s.
Nice.
2 misses, no 6s.
Strength 7, and 5s to wound.
He gets anti-vehicle 3 on the charge.
Brilliant. Okay, so that is many I need to make all the 4s.
All the 4s.
Or dead warsuit. Dead warsuit. Kaboom? No kaboom. And the Squig Hog boys take their first victim, the warsuit, barreling down towards these 3 Hellblasters on this objective as well. And I think you might have stolen that one off of me. Certainly no one contests that anymore. Now we're going into the middle. Starting with a Death Dread. Lots of extra attacks because of all the extra arms.
Yep,
I love it.
He's got 7 attacks.
Yeah.
This is fun.
And there's an explosion, so he hits all the times.
Hits all the times. It's strength 10.
Wounds on 2s. Everything wounds. -2, damage 3. I need 5s. Each failed save is 3 damage. So that's a dead one. -2, you say?
-2, yes.
So 1's dead, 2's dead, because they do have 4 wounds each. So the sergeant's left on his own next to the Mega Dread or Mega Squig. I don't think he's long for this world.
6 attacks on 3s.
Yes. Okay. So he misses twice.
And it's strength 12.
Strength 12.
Only 2.
Only 2 wounds.
It's -2, damage 3.
-2 damage. Same as the other guy. Okay. But he's just bigger and tougher than the other guy.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is if I get 1-5, he's alive. I get 1-5, he's alive on 1 wound. Unless you have more attacks and things.
No, that is all the attacks.
Okay, I'm going to rev my chainsword and smack you back again. I have 4 attacks, I hit on 3s, and I'm going to need 6s. Look at that! 2 6s, -1, 1 damage on the Mega Dread.
3s.
I take a wound off of it. If it bleeds, we can kill it. These big ones here, they start off with 16 wounds, so this one's on 15 wounds remaining. Just like that one over here, barreling down towards the 13th lines. That is the end of Orcs turn 1. They don't get any points on the secondaries, so it's 10 points to 0. And then at the start of turn 2, remember you can only pick up 5-10 on the primary. I'm going to get my 5-10, making it 20 points to the 13th at the start of turn 2, and only 0 points to the Orcs. Only 0.0, nothing to the boys on all the Squigs. However, I'm under no illusion that next turn, this entire army is going to come charging down towards the 13th lines. The orders for the 13th are to cleanse objectives, make sure there's no fungal spores on the ones in no man's lands, and bring it down. Kill some of these big stompy vehicles, monsters, Squigs. In the command phase in turn 2, this goes up across the battle grid. They're sounding so cute. So all of the Gretchen Orcs will get their 5-up invulnerable save and be able to advance and charge next turn. And you've also got 4 CP in your hand because you ditched a card. I declared the tactical doctrine after passing a battle shock test on this dude here to fall back and cleanse this objective. I know it's a waste of a tactical doctrine, but that is 3 points. And also this unit came jumping down from all of it to cleanse that objective as well. So that will get me the 5 points. As for bring it down, kill the big stuff, I have declared this thing, this big chunky thing in the middle of the table as my Oath of Moment target. It's going to be harder to kill than the Death Dread, but let's try and get rid of him. Round this flank as well, we have a Redemptor and a Warsuit, which is going to try and clear this away, supported by the Jumpy Dudes. And on this side, we have Aggressors and some more Jumpy Dudes and some help trying to clear this away. And then these guys ran back again. They ran forward a bit, and they've tactically repositioned back here next to the fast. They're not running away.
No, they tactically retreated very fast away from me. Like ran.
It's combat backward steps. It is.
It was the fastest I've seen Marines move ever.
Yes, because we're well trained, well drilled to pull back, making sure everyone's still in range of the Oath of Moment target as well. Because I'm really scared. I'm not, no lie, I'm really scared about your charge with all the anti-vehicle here everywhere. Yeah. If I can nerf this unit and get rid of the big one and nerf that unit, then the counter charge coming back in against the 13th will be lessened and you'll kill everything that you counter charge. But more importantly, I'll be quite a few points into the lead while you run amok amidst my lines. So hopefully, well, you'll be clawing back the points then. So hopefully I'd have been able to get enough of a lead so you can't claw them, you can't kill enough fast enough. That's the plan.
We're the Grots are going to be playing catch up.
Does this sound like tactical?
Well, run away until you win.
Does that sound tactical?
That's quite tactical, yeah.
Thanks. We'll start down on this flank with the aggressors with their Flamestorm gauntlets. They have D6 plus 1 auto hits each. Are you spending any strats and things?
I'm going to spend a CP on Arda's Nails, which will make me -1 to wound.
Brilliant, because I'm strength 4 right now, so I would be wounding you on 5s. So instead I'm wounding you on 6s. Anyway, how much flamage washes out? Quite a lot. So this will now be 6s to wound for only 2 wounds, but the Flamestorm gauntlets are twin linked. I did 4 wounds in total. You're the closest target, so it's AP -1. 5 wounds in total, so it's AP -1. So 5 up saves, 1 damage a time, and then the feeling of the pain. You only made 1. You're going to make loads of these. It'll be fine.
1 at a time or 2 at a time?
One. All together is fine. It's only 1 damage.
1 damage. Sorry.
Yeah. And that is 2 wounds. One of them was injured on the Overwatch with the Power Blaster. They were set on fire by the Warsuit. They're still on fire. Some of it melts all the way through. These Hell Blasters are dead anyway. So these Hell Blasters will definitely overcook their guns and fire in at point blank range. And we get lots of hits. This would be 3s to wound, but 4s to wound because of Arda's Nails. Only 2 wounds. 2 invulnerable saves coming up. Negative. And that is a total of 4 damage. And that's 1 failed on the field. That's okay. 1 is down to 1 wound remaining, and then the Hellblasters. One of them blows up as the gun explodes in his hands. When Hellblasters die, you roll a dice, and on a 3 they get to fire again. Now the jumpy dudes will fire into this squad, hitting on 3s, but 6s are sustained hits too. They explode twice.
Nice.
With Arda's Nails, I need 6s, but they're twin linked. There was a 6, so they're twin linked. 4 more wounds, 4 more. 5 up invulnerable saves, each doing 2 damage.
Okay, the one left, he's gone.
You can do it all together.
Yeah.
2 more get wiped out, even with the Arda's Nail strats. So there's a non-boss there. And 2 more squig dudes, softened up perfectly for the charge from the aggressors. I like it. I don't think the Hellblaster's going to charge in. Oath of Moment. I suppose we should start on the Oath of Moment target. So let's come down to the Fast Strike servo turrets. 2s to hit, and then strength 9 versus toughness 10. But we are twin linked. Look at that. Look at that. All at -1. So 3 up saves though. Lots of 3 up saves. And each does 3 damage. That is 6 damage off of that thing. I've dropped it down to 9 wounds remaining. Let's overcook some plasma from the Hellblasters as well. 3s to hit, 6s are lethal because of the lieutenant. Then we love a little bit of oath. Then I need a lot of 5s. That will do. 9 5 up invulnerable saves, each doing 2 damage. And that is 10 damage. It was on 9 wounds remaining. You could command point it. You've got 4 sat there. There is still some more shots that could flash in though. There's these Hellblasters over here as
the
well.
Dreadnoughts as well could potentially go. They can see him if they wanted to.
You're right.
So I think I'll leave it.
Okay, just exploding. And there's a lovely explosion. How far do these big Forge models, Mega Dreads, blow up? Hopefully it's 10 more wounds. The plasma torches off then. How do you do this, by the way? Do you do D6 then a different D6, or do you just roll 1 D6 for the strength of the explosion? Do you roll them separately or together?
Oh, I've always done it separately.
I've always done it separately as well.
Really thought about it,
I've seen some people do different ones. Do it like a D6 here for the whole thing.
No, No, I don't know. I'd actually have to double check the rules, but that's the first time I've...
Double check the rules. Who does such a thing?
Well, that's true.
No battle report has ever made a mistake, ever. Okay, so on the Mega Dread, the Death Dread.
On the Little Dread?
Little Dread takes 2. And on your Kill Rig, takes 2.
Well.
Bits of plasma, bits of broken metal come flying out and injure your Squigs. And that is the first of the Bring It Down targets. And that was Oath of Moment. So I've got some Hellblasters here. Well, they might as well fire at that Death Dread. 1 minute. Hazardous. Dude, I didn't lose anyone again. Look at that. I rolled 6 2s, but no 1s. The 13th are perfectly using their plasma. Hellblaster Squad number 2. This is bonus hits, really. We are overcooking. Of course, we're overcooking. These will be 5s to wound the Death Dread, though. And I get 3 wounds through. 3 5-up and guns.
No.
That is 6 damage.
It's killed him.
That's a dead. What happened? It's dead. Does that one blow up and hurt your kill rig?
They don't blow up. No.
They don't blow up. Okay. And then hazardous on these Hellblasters. Look at that. No 1s. No 1s.
Yes, these are well-trained Marines.
Yeah, that's exactly well trained. That's why we took steps forward, then steps backward. Yeah. You see, playground. It wasn't a run back, honestly. Who runs backwards? We certainly don't. We just tactically reposition. Talking about tactics, Jumpy Boy's now firing everything down into this herd of Squigs over here. These are the guys that, yeah, because the other unit are cleansing. Yes, they can fire. They are hitting on 3s. 6s explode twice. I need to wound on 5s. Twin linked. Dude, that was 15 wounds.
That's a lot of wounds.
15 wounds.
What was the AP on that one?
-1.
Oh, it's 5 people.
Yeah. You're invulnerable. Oh, that's not a lot of saves.
That's not a good roll.
No. See, I don't want all of these to die. I want to be able to charge him with the Warsuit and the Redemptor because I think I'm a bit too far away.
It's 2 damage, right?
It is 2 damage time, so you can do 4 at a time. All right. Right, first dude's on 2 wounds and he's still alive. And then... Right, he's still alive. Brilliant. And is he still alive? Now he's dead. Right, he's finally dead. And see, look, you've sucked up lots of wounds with just him. You're going to be fine. You can do 4 at a time now. No, the second one's dead.
Not so lucky that time.
Okay. Third one. Third one's gone. Well, yes, third one. Fourth one. He's gone. Jumpy dudes for the win. 5th one.
Gone.
Last guy takes a wound. Takes a wound. Okay, thanks for not killing them all because now
that's the most damage in one go I think one of these units has ever taken ever.
See, everyone always brings the plasma jumpy dudes, but these guys, their sustained hits 2, twin linked, 2 damage. They're good. I like them. Now, I don't want to feel overconfident down this side of the battle grid, but I think the Warsuit and the Redemptor have got this into those 2 units of Squigs now. So what we're going to do is divert our firepower to come into this Mecha Dread.
Mecha Dread, yeah.
The giant Squig instead. Starting off with the Incendium Combustor, the big cannon on the Warsuit, which only hits 4 times. And wounds on 5s. Sets you on fire once. 3-up save though. And that is 1 damage. I've set him on fire, which will help the rest of the shots come slamming home. Heavy bolter, 2 hits. I need 6s. I get 6s. I get 2 6s. 2 more -1s, 2 damage.
You're on fire this game.
1
goes through.
Yeah, 1 goes through. Look at the state of this book because I'm trying to see the data sheets. The data sheets that they released that everyone paid all the money for. Yeah. I had a dude come round the other day and he had the codex with him and the data sheets with him. And he said, I bought the data sheet special so I don't have to keep nipping in and out of the codex, right?
Yeah.
But about 1/3 of the data sheets have changed.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm sorry, thanks for doing that, but you can't really use the data sheets because the data sheet for this might be slightly different from the book for this now. And it's like Games Workshop know what they're doing.
Yeah. I think what they're doing is trying to drive us all crazy, so we ignore how expensive everything is.
I think it's a bit cheeky, actually. I think what they should have done when they released the new codexes was have like an upgrade pack. So imagine if you got your new codex, and then you could also buy the upgrade pack for like a $5 or something, or print them offline, and then just switch out the ones. You know what I mean? Like when the Ork Codex comes out, half of your things are going to be changed.
Yeah.
But imagine if you spent, and then you could just Yeah. Anyway, I fired in the remaining shots from the Warsuit. Didn't do anything for the big thing. We're going to do the Redemptor Dreadnought. Overcooking, of course we are. And it fires in 7 times. 3s. Only hit 4 times. You are toughness 10 though.
Yeah.
I wound twice. It is -4, but there is cover in the way. I'm firing through trees. So -3. So 5 up saves. And that is a total of 6 damage. Hazardous check. And I passed the hazardous check. Let's do all of his other guns. Onslaught Gatling Cannon. Hits 7 times. 6 is wound, but they're devastating. Nothing. I did my remaining shots and they bounced, and that is the end of my shooting phase. And I have to say that was much more successful than I thought it would be. I mean, over here, great success. In the middle, great success. Down here with Arda's Nails, not as successful. But I do think I might have pushed back some of these turn 2 charges. So now we need to charge ourselves. We're going to send the Warsuit and Redemptor in. Yeah, we're going to send both of these in. Here goes the Warsuits into the Squig Hogs, and here's the Redemptor. They'll both make the charge. And then round this side, the aggressors are going to go smashing in as well. Hopefully, yes, they make the charge. At the end of the charge phase, it looks like this, but there's only 2 models down here. And I'm aware that you've got 3 CP, so you can pay to interrupt. So I don't need to start the fight phase down there. I'm going to start the fight phase over here with aggressors, punching you with my Flamestorm Gauntlets. Do you want to do Arda's Nails one more time? Because I'm winning you on 3s right now.
I am going to do Arda's Nails, definitely.
Okay, here's a bunch of not Power Fist attacks, even though they're exactly the same as Power Fist. Drop dice don't count. Dude, I tell a lie, they're actually called Twin Power Fist now. So much has changed with 10th edition. So Force to Wound with Arda's Nails, a bit of Twin Linked, and everything wounds. So it kind of ignored your Arda's Nails. Anyway, 6 5+ WA saves, and you make 2 of them. Each does 2 damage. First guy is okay. He's got alive. 1 wound remaining, and then he gets. He's still alive. Okay, so that's what happened there. The aggressors only managed to grab one of the Gretchen, pull him off his mount, and then stamp up and down on him. Would you like to spend 2 CP to interrupt anywhere? You would. So you'd like to pay to interrupt down here, but tell people your conundrum.
Well, the problem is I prefer to kill the Redemptor.
Yes.
Because I think he'll do more damage, but the problem is that everything is going to be damaged too, and he has damage reduction, which is going to neuter a lot of my stuff.
You know what? I love damage reduction on the Redemptor Dreadnought. I hate it when I go up against it. It feels a bit 9th edition, you know what I mean?
I mean, I love Dreadnoughts and robots, so I like that some robots have got it. It's just, when so much stuff from is damaged too, it's a bit painful. It
is very, very painful. So Redemptor or Warsuit, or let Zinch decide, roll a dice and see what Zinch says.
I think I will... I definitely want to kill one of them, and I think as much as I prefer to kill the Redemptor, I need to take advantage of my damage, so I'm going to do everything into the Warsuit.
Okay.
So Squigman, first rider.
First rider. He hits once.
Hits
oh yeah, because of the knob.
Yep. Still alive, so it's on
anti-vehicle for it.
Anti-vehicle 4.
That's anti-vehicle. That is a failed save. That is 2 damage. It's down to 8 left.
And then the Squig is going to be on freeze.
That explodes.
That explodes. This is going to be 5s. 1 more, -1.
That's another 2 damage. It's on 6 remaining. Can the knob polish him off? Everything hits, but nothing explodes.
He's anti-vehicle 4 now because you charged me rather than me charge. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
one goes through.
I made the save, and then his mount has a Nash and hits twice.
That was some terrible. Oh no, it's not on.
It's the mount, they normally hit. No, okay.
One more.
Right, yeah, and I make that save.
And he saved it. That was terrible dice.
Only 4 damage. Okay, well that happened. The Redemptor raises his massive... We'll start with a Warsuit, actually. I haven't used a Warsuit. Dude, what's going on here? Look, a Warsuit is basically exactly the same as a Redemptor, but strength 14.
Nice.
The Redemptor strength 12. I don't get it.
Oh, that's weird.
I mean, surely the Redemptor should have the better fist. But it doesn't. It's the Warsuit, which hits like that, and will wound on 2s. A wound like that. So 3, 5+ invulnerable save. Please pass in Vun. You have passed an invuln.
That's 2 invuns.
And that's 3 damage on the dude on 2 wounds remaining. And he's still alive on 1 wound remaining. What a boss. And then the Redemptor The Redemptor only hits 3 times, and he'll wound on 3s because he's strength 12. He doesn't wound. He doesn't wound.
Wow.
A dual Redemptor Warsmith charge, Warsuit charge, and we just bounce. In fact, I only did 2 wounds to you. You did 4 to me. So you've won that combat. That's glorious.
Yeah.
Okay, that happened. 1 minute. Extra attack on Wa. You get an extra attack each.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the Squig as well.
Yeah.
So the Rider.
Yes.
You missed.
Okay.
The Squig.
Yes.
Squig hit.
Yes.
And did wound.
It does wound. That's another 2 wounds off the Warsuit. Okay.
Another one for the Knob.
Yes. He hits.
And he wounds.
I make that save.
And then one more for his Squig.
That hits because of Wa.
4 down to 3. That doesn't wound.
Okay, another 2 wounds off my dude. Now we're going to do the Revenge of the Squigs into the aggressors over here. So here's the Rider smashing out on 3s.
2s.
2s, oh yeah, and that explodes, so that's 4 hits, right? Okay. And because of Wa, strength 6, toughness 6, so forced to wound. Oh, okay. Squig. He hits 3 times.
No, it's 3s for the Squig.
Yeah.
He gets 1 extra.
With the thing.
And he wounds twice, or is he strength 6 base?
If he's strength 6 base, this could be an extra wound.
Base, so
is it?
It's 3 wounds.
AP.
-1 damage 2.
I failed this. That's kills an aggressor, puts 1 down to 1 wound remaining.
Right.
And then we've got the boss knob.
Boss knob is extra attack. So this is on 2s.
Yes.
Oh no.
That's 4 1s. No. He's going to wound on 3s though.
So 1 more wound.
I failed that. That's another dead aggressor. Brilliant.
And then his Squig will be 3s and then 3s.
Yes. Okay, so that is 5 hits with the explosions. 3s to wound. We have 3 wounds with the explosions. I need 4s. 1 down to 2 wounds. 1 wound. So while it was a successful shooting phase, taking out multiple targets, the fight phase, not so good. That's the power of Wa. This unit are still stuck in here. This unit are still stuck in there. Didn't manage to remove them both completely, but there is a big gap in the courtyard, in the middle of the battle grid. And I'm cleansing 2 objectives, and I've brought down a lot of targets. I pick up 7 points on Bring It Down and 5 on Cleanse, getting the 13th up to 32 points. However, at the start of turn 2 for the Orks, they're going to get 5 points for this objective down here. And because you killed so many aggressors, they only have an OC of 1. And Squig Riders, OC of 2.
Yeah.
So you are going to pick up your first 10 points on the primaries, making it 10 to the boys, 32 points to the 13th. But what orders will come out for the Orks in turn 2? Orders-wise, I know AT kept Assassinate in his hands, and both of my characters are down here. So you still got that in your hand. That's one of the reasons why they tactically repositioned right to the very edge of the battle grid.
Yeah.
But you've also got Storm Hostile Objective. So, for example, if you take that one off the biker, that'll be 5 points. Here we are after the Orcs movement and command phase. Worth pointing out that you did spend a CP on Insane Bravery.
Yeah.
So you did guarantee this objective here. Whenever you can spend CP to get VP, you should. So they hold. This unit moves around. We've got sticks coming in to help blasters or jumpy dudes. And then in the charge, I don't think they're long for this world. A bit of advancing round here. You won't be storming that hostile objective. However, the kill rig moved forward. And unless it rolls a snake eyes, it's definitely going to storm that hostile objective next to my biker down there. That one didn't advance because it's got some nice guns. And then the boys on the Squig Hoppers, they jumped out behind. This is a unit of Orks.
Yeah.
Gretchen, right in Squigs. These are the AOS models, right?
The Squigs are, yeah.
These are, absolutely lovely. As for storm, so that we're storming a hostile objective. Then round here, one thing that these big mega dreads do is they self-repair D3 wounds. You're back up to 10 wounds, which is awesome. Yeah. And you're staying locked up in combat down here with the Redemptor and the Warsuit. The idea is the mega dread goes in and kills the Redemptor, hopefully. So you should be able to clear away this flank and the center and the right flank. And even though the Orcs will be behind on points, they'll have the opportunity to press the advantage. But we're going to start the shooting phase with the Squig Hog boys chucking their sticks up into the jumpy dudes over here. They are assault weapons. And they hit on 5s. One of them hits.
Orc shooting.
That doesn't wound. From this side of the battle grid, all the way across to this side of the battle grid, the Mega Dread firing into the jumpy dudes. No cover from here as well, and it's 3 damage a time. So I'm going to spend ACP on Armor of Contempt. How many shots is it?
So D6 plus 3 shots.
For 8 shots. Some of these should hit.
Blast.
It's got blast. So 9 shots. 5s to hit. That's pretty good shooting for an orc. 2 hits is awesome. 3s to wound. Both of them wound. I need 4 up saves or death because of Armor of Contempt. Double death. Then the last thing in this orc army, which is eligible to shoot, is the kill rig. The auto hitting shots are coming into the warsuit. It's only on 4 wounds left. And the lobber coming into the jumpy dudes with Armor of Contempt. D6 shots for the lobber. 1.
1 shot. That does hit.
It does hit. Brilliant.
Freeze.
It doesn't wound. Okay. Then we have the auto hitting flamer.
So the Warboy Psychic Flamer dude, it's just the one
Right.
hit. Strength 12.
Okay, wound that suit on a 3. It does wound. AP.
-3.
-3, I need a 6. I make the 6. So great winter's head there. There's still a couple of dice. I think I've got 6 packs available, and if anyone is interested in snagging up some of the last packs, email me at winters40k@gmail.com, and maybe you'll be able to get your hands on some. And that's the end of the orc shooting phase. We're on to the charge phase. The Mega Dread, Mega Squig can't fail against the Redemptor. And over here on the kill rig, please don't roll snake eyes. It will make me cry. As he goes in to the biker, you roll a 3, which is enough to get you in there. And this kill rig goes smash and storms the hostile objective. And then around here, charging both the aggressors and the Hellblasters. Squad number 2. Number 3, in fact. Boss Knob goes charging in as well to the aggressors, but I've spent all my CP, can't pay to interrupt, so we're going to start round here with the Mega Dread, the Mega Squig, hitting the Redemptor Dreadnought, spending a CP on Tank Shock.
Yeah, Tank Shock.
So 5s cause mortal wounds, and I see 3. The Redemptor's on 4 wounds, and then the Big Claw. Look at those 6s. Beautiful explosions. Strength 12, toughness 10, 3s to wound. Okay, we have 3 wounds. I need to make 4s. I don't have any CP. And I make every single save. Now, I'm sorry about that. You know we're going to go over there and do all your charging models.
Yeah.
Let's finish up the combat here, though. Because there's still a chance. Because what would happen is you charge and charge and charge. And then defenders will get to fight.
Yeah.
So one of these is going to hit one of these before they hit back. And both of my vehicles are hitting on 4s. So let's see how this combat goes. I'm going to do it with the warsuit though, because apparently they're better than Redemptors in close combat, and I hit twice. 2s to wound. 2 wounds, 2 5+ invulnerable saves. And each of those does 3 damage.
So to the one we go.
He gets taken out.
And then into the
Boss Knob.
Boss Knob.
He only takes a wound. 2 wounds. 2 wounds. The warsuit will pile in to engage you, but you want to kill the Dreadnought, right? Or do you want to kill the warsuit? They're both on 4 wounds.
Yeah,
again, but the warsuit's easier.
Yeah, it's damage reduction again.
Yeah. I'm saying hit me. If you want to hit him, you can hit him.
I'm gonna do...
You're not going to split. That's crazy.
I am going to split.
That's crazy. You can't.
I'm going to split.
How are you going to split it?
The knob himself is going to hit the warsuit.
Right.
And then the Squig is going to go into the...
I hope this murder rampage works out and you kill them both. That'd be glorious. Like the Grot runs down and clamps a mine into his leg while he says, Fido, attack the Redemptor. Okay.
So Rider into the warsuit?
Yes. See, that's good. That's good. That's an explosion in there. That's good.
I didn't charge, so it's 4s.
Okay.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Oh, mama. So he is going to... I'm going to touch these. I need loads of... No, it's a dead warsuit, which doesn't detonate. And does his mount, does Fido manage to take down the Redemptor?
So this is going to be 3s and then 5s. So I'm asking a lot.
2 hits. There's still a chance. There's still a chance.
Not easy going to do that damage. Just the one.
No.
8 saves. No, that was it.
But I did feed you a warsuit. The idea to keep them both locked up. They're still both locked up. Some successes down here. Now we come to the other flank of the battle grid where 2 Hellblasters and 2 aggressors are completely surrounded. Then we did the attacks, and there was no way that those 4 models could survive that amount of hate. They were ripped apart. You'd have ripped apart so many more. But we will catch this on camera, because Killrig attacking a bike on 1 wound. See what it does. 7 attacks with a wire with its big kill saws on the side there.
2 3s.
Okay. There's an explosion at least. Strength.
This is strength 10 on the saws.
Brilliant. So that is 4 wounds.
4 minus 1.
Minus 1. 4 up saves. Yeah. He's dead.
Yeah.
And it had more attacks to spare as it clears away the central target and storms the hostile objectives. This is more like it for the boys. They're doing work. Right, back over here to the Redemptor. It gets a time to fight. I have to kill the guy. I have to try and take him out. We're going to hit him on 4s because we're a bit poorly right now. Only 2 hits. We're going to wound on 3s and we're going to wound once. Just 1 wound on your boss knob. And he fails to save, and that will do 3 damage. You need to make one of these 5s to keep him alive, and you do. You make all the 5s. He feels the pain, doesn't feel any pain. Wow. He stands in there, patting Fido on the head, saying, well done, my little Squig. There's going to be some scrap from that war suit later on to get, and that is the end of Orcs turn 2, and they've got 5 points. They've stormed a hostile objective. Going to be ditching Assassination, though, for that extra CP, and all of a sudden, even though I'm a long way in the lead, the 13th are pushed back into this crescent round this side of the battle grid as we go on to Space Marines, turn 3. The 13th want to kill as much as possible, no prisoners, and they want to take back some of this battle grid with storm hostile objective, but I don't think I want to get that close to the boys. Here we are at the end of my movement phase. I'm not bothering with storming a hostile objective because I'm 22 points in the lead somehow. Instead, we're going to go for no prisoners and try and maximise the killing as much as possible when I shouted out the Devastator Doctrine, which allowed the Hellblasters to shift all the way over here, tactically repositioning away from the herd, which is going to come running down towards them. It also allowed my jumpy dudes to jump down and do a bit of move blocking here as well, because they're not infantry, so they can't go through these things. They're going to have to go round them, go round one way or the other way.
Yeah, that's right.
Or let's face it, straight through the dudes. So you have declared an Overwatch, and you're going to be shooting at the jumpy dudes in a minute from the kill rig. We're going to do that in a second.
Yep.
Hellblasters, heavy and assault weapons, and this is the oath of the moment target. So everything's smashing into this. Try and take it down. The plan is block them up. Try and take this down, and if I don't manage to take it down, look, I've done a little bit of blocking here as well with the other unit. That got shot up. And then I spent the only CP that I've got, so the Redemptor Dreadnought can fall back, shoot and charge, and it passed its battleship test, so it was able to do that. Hopefully clear these away. The plan is to clear this away, clear that away, and then you're going to have the boys round here swarming forward. I think that I'm going to lose this flank. And ultimately, this will become a lengthways game. You'll be down that side. I'll be over this side in the lead with a few points. But you're going to have the speed and the ability to come back and catch mini secondaries, hopefully, as the game continues. But we're going to Overwatch. We're Overwatching into the jumpy dudes. So you've got D3 auto hits with the psychic thing?
Yep. So there's a psychic shot. So D3.
For 2.
2. Okay. This will be wounded on 2s.
Yep. And they both wound. And it's AP.
-3.
And it is 3 damage a time, right?
D6 from this.
D6. So I need 6s. I don't get any 6s. And they've got 3 wounds each. The first one kills a dude.
Second one
doesn't kill a dude. And then we do the other shots. Lobber, D6 shots for one shot. Hits on, not that. Dude, you could really do with killing 2 of them there. Do you want a command point?
I do.
You do?
I do, yes.
Command point the damage roll. We need a 3. Good luck. And that's a 6. Yes, he gets blown up. All your CP spent though, but perfect use of CP to be fair, because you've now breached the gap, ready to charge through next turn. So now we're going to go onto the shooting phase. We'll start off with the fast strike servo turrets one more time, smashing into the Oath of Moment target. 2s to hit your kill rig, Oath of rerolls, and then strength 9. What is the toughness of a kill rig?
10. Okay,
so 5s to wound, but twin linked is 2 wounds at -1.
4.
And you're fine. Next, the Hellblasters that stood still. They're heavy, so they're going to hit on 2s with Oath of Reroll. And we're going to wound on 5s. Does it have an invulnerable save? Because I did a wound.
Yeah.
-3.
1 at -3?
Yeah.
So 6 up save.
No.
And it does have a 6 up phony pain, which I forgot about earlier.
Okay.
It's really cocked.
Well, it's 2 damage because I overcooked.
No.
So you're okay.
Sorry. Oh yeah, that's fine.
You're okay. And then hazardous check. I'm fine. I'm fine. This unit of Hellblasters, we're going to overcook with them one more time because they perfectly use their plasma guns.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to go wrong. It's going to keep happening and happening.
It's going to keep on.
I'm not going to roll 4 1s this time. No. 3s to hit. Loving the bit of Devastator Doctrine here for the goodness. Everything hits. So it's 5s to wound, right? Because of toughness 10. I'm firing through trees and I get 8 wounds. So these will be -2.
5 up.
Okay. And then that is 8 damage. So 8 of the feeling of the pains. And it's got 12 left.
6s.
It's got 6 up feel no pain, which is random. I like it. I like random orc walls. Hazardous check. I'm completely confident. I lose 2. Maybe I shouldn't have been that confident. What was that?
I said 3 ranges of shooting and you've lost 2.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
See, parade ground. I'm telling you. On 3s, they get to fire when they fall down. Overcooking it. 5s to wound. No wounds. So 2 of them are injured and go off to nurse their hands. They'll be fine. I've got an apothecary there. They'll be fine. And this is on 4 wounds remaining, right?
Yeah.
So let's fire in all these jumpy dudes. 3s to hit. Oath of Moment. And 6s explode twice. Toughness 10. So we're looking for 6s. But Twinned of the Linked. No cover from this angle. 2 wounds. 2 at -1.
4s. Oh, that's a fail. 2 fails.
Okay, you need to make at least 1 6-hit to keep your kill rig alive. And there's a 6.
So he's on 1.
It's alive on 1 wound remaining. Now the plan down here was to shoot this other unit down this way, but he's alive on 1 wound remaining, the kill rig. So it looks like I'm firing the second unit of jumpy dudes. And I know this might be overkill, but I need it dead. And while I'm re-rolling all hits for Oath, and 6s explode twice, and then with 6s to wound, which are twin linked. I was going to say I was confident in my firepower, but only 2 wounds come through. So 2 more, 4 up saves. Failed. You need to make all 6s here. All 6s. Negative.
Nope.
We have a dead kill rig, but I had to divert a lot of firepower to take it out. Orc-shaped gap in the middle of the table now. The 13th can breathe a sigh of relief. Over here there's 2 units, right? There's the weaker unit and another unit. So the last remaining jumpy dude, because you overwatched the other guys, will fire into the... won't do anything. He'll just wave his guns in the general direction of these guys over here. And then the Redemptor Dreadnought will do the perfect thing, which is shoot and kill the boss knob and charge and kill the big squig. This will not go wrong whatsoever, particularly when I'm going to overcook my plasma and I've only got 4 wounds left. And I only get 2 shots. And I'm hitting on 4s. And I hit once. And I wound once. 5+ invulnerable save on the...
No,
it's not the WAR anymore. No, that's AP minus bajillion. Yeah, just go straight through for 3 damage. 3 feel no pains. He's got 3 wounds left. Now he's still got 2 wounds left. I'm going to have to fire all the other guns. Gatling gun on 4s. That's pretty good shooting. What I'm really looking forward to is all those 6s in the wounding phase, because 6s are devastating. I get 1 devastating wound, so that's 1 more feel no pain. We'll keep adding up all the other shots. So you've got 1 normal save, and then 1 mortal wound.
Yep.
And you make the save, and then the mortal wound.
20 pain. He saves that as well.
He's only on... Okay, so that's all the shots in.
He's still on 2.
Yeah, that could have been better. Okay, I guess I'm just charging him then. Maybe this knob is unkillable.
Yeah, he's the most impressive knob I think I've ever seen.
He's a solid piece of work, this guy.
He's got some girth.
I'm going to hit him on 4s. I hit him twice. I'm going to wound him on 3s. I wounded once.
Right.
AP -2.
If it's 2, I get a save. If it's
You get a save, yeah. I think it's -2, 3
so
damage.
6 up save.
No,
Okay,
3 damage. You need to make 2 5s. No.
Oh, no.
Finally, the knob gets taken out, and I'm not going to pile into your super mega dread of doom. In fact, that is the end of my fight phase. That is the end of everything phase. I think I've killed a couple of units for no prisoners, so we're going to rack up some points for that. And I'm still on this objective and this objective here, but I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on this objective with this swarm, with the orcs that are going to pull forward, come charging through this way. And they're going to pick up 10 points on their primary as well. That gets the Squighog boys up to 25 points to my 47, quite a way behind. However, both of these secondaries are achievable. Bring it down, take out the Redemptor Dreadnought on 4 wounds remaining, and extend battle lines. They're already scoring that one. Here we are in the movement phase with the Squig Hoppers holding this home field objective over here, and the unit of 2 holding on to this objective. That is extend battle lines for the boys. And the big un has come through on his massive Squig Hopper, ready to charge the Fire Strike servo turrets who are holding down that objective currently. And if you make that charge, I'll only be on 1 objective because I wasn't storming anything, I wasn't getting any closer to them, and I'm a lot of points in the lead and I'm trying to stay safe. Also, the second unit here, we worked out is an 11-inch charge. And you nearly spent a CP on Here We Go.
I nearly did, yeah.
But you've only got 1 CP.
Yeah.
That would be +2 to charge to a 9-inch charge, but you don't get a CP reroll on the charge because you've only got 1 CP.
Yeah, and I think I might need it over here.
What's happening over there?
So I'm really fed up with the Dreadnought that won't die, so
Right.
I need to make sure I deal with him this turn.
So a tank shock or something.
Maybe a tank shock or even another reroll potentially.
And that is bring it down. He's worth 4 points if you kill him.
I'm going to do the repair actually while they're
Okay, D3 on the repair. He gets a point back. He's back up to 11 wounds. That's nice because they start with 15 or something like that.
16, yeah.
Should we start the shooting phase down here?
Yeah.
And the interesting, you're going to shoot at them.
With the kill cannon, yes.
So you say the attacks don't kill the dreadnought.
Well,
surely you should shoot at the dreadnought.
I think the tank shock, the option of tank shock, hopefully,
Okay.
will be enough.
You've said it now.
I know. And again, if I can clear them off the objective, it would be helpful. So.
It's 3 damage, right? The big gun are doing.
Yeah.
So they have to Armour of Contempt it because I need 1 alive on this objective. How many shots come in?
It's D6 plus 3, and I don't get blast for those.
No.
Oh, there we go.
It's only 4 shots. And you hit on Orc.
I'll hit an Orc.
And you don't hit.
And I miss. So
But at least you make me spend a command point.
didn't matter either way.
Then we came down over here where Butt Slapper and the boys behind all threw their sticks at that lone jumpy dude and missed.
Yeah.
And at the end of the Orc shooting phase, you've missed.
Yes.
Standard Orc shooting phase.
Yes.
But Butt Slapper needs a 5-inch charge to get up and over. Now, I've got 1 CP left. I could Overwatch because Fire Strike turret's Overwatch on a 4.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I might injure him, but I don't think I'll kill him, so I'm not going to bother Overwatching. He's going to do it anyway. Just hit this 4. Just hit the 4, you'll be fine. Oh, yes. He's an angry orc. And then 11 inches for the other one. And that's a 9.
Oh. Here we go. I would have made it, yes.
Yeah, you'd have made it with the Here We Go. Over here, the Mega Dread, the Mega Squig. Can't fail the charge. Tank Shock or Squig Shock.
Yes.
As he jumps up and down on the Redemptor looking for 5s. And that's enough to kill the Redemptor Dreadnought even before you strike out. Does the Redemptor go boom? The Redemptor does not get boom. He just gets pushed down into a crater into the ground. That is bring it down. Then we have the unit of 2 that are holding on to this objective, trying to kill the last jumpy dude down here that you threw sticks at.
So Knob's gonna slap him.
Yes, and he hits on 2s, right?
Oh, yes, he does.
Yes.
4 hits. This will be 3s.
And that is 2 wounds. AP,
-1.
-1. He takes 2 wounds. He's still got 1 left. He's still alive.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Squig on 3s.
Squig, he hits 3 times.
So they're toughness 6.
Toughness 6.
So this is
Jumpy
4s.
dudes. That's a wound. He's still alive.
Still alive.
You're gonna have to do it with the mounts.
And then the that's the Squig, so the rider here.
Right. 5's to wound though. No wah. Nothing.
Oh,
He's
no.
still alive on 1 wound. You got 1 more little.
And then Squig.
Okay, 3 hits.
And this will be 4s.
2 wounds. 50-50 chance. dead aggressive. Now we're on to Beast Boss Butt Slapper, taking out the Fire Strike servo turrets. And he hits on 2s, couple of explosions. Strength 6, 4s to wound. Fast Strike servo turrets are tough. And that is 5 wounds. I do have a 2-up save. How much AP?
It's only -1 on the
-1, so 3s? Oh, how much damage?
That's 2 damage a time for that one.
So that is a dead Fire
That's 6
Strike
damage.
servo turret. Right, okay, that's 1 down. Next,
And then the
his
Squiggy,
mount.
So he is on 4s. He hits on.
4s to hit with the
Just
squig.
1.
And
Nope,
doesn't wound. So the second Tech Marine gets off of the turret, pulls out his close combat weapon, and hits twice, and wounds once. And he failed to save.
I do get no pain.
Oh.
He's okay.
He's okay.
Yeah.
And a Butt Slapper is OC3, I'm OC2. You've taken that objective off of me. And that is the end of Orcs turn 3. And they've taken out the Redemptor Dreadnought. They've extended their battle lines. They've tied up that servo turret, and all I've got left is a couple of Hellblasters down here, some jumpy dudes over here, and I'm only going to pick up 5 points on the primary. The servo turret is going to need to do a leadership test, which he passes, so no battle shock over there. So the Orcs are on a rampage. They're coming back as we go to Space Marines turn 4. So it's 52 to 34, and both of these orders, they're going to be very tricky to achieve. I might be able to deploy a teleport Homer in the middle of the battle grid. So I'm going to spend my CP to ditch a tempting target, and instead I pulled Assassinate. Right, so the 13th have given up the middle of the battle grid. I'm not deploying a teleport Homer. I'm kind of hanging on here because I've got very few units left. The Fast Strike servo turret fell back, so you don't kill him in my turn. And this unit advanced backwards because Hellblaster weapons are assault weapons, and there's a unit of 2 here holding onto that objective, and there's a character in there, there's a knob, so kill that, assassinate that, but this unit has also got that objective as well, because I thought about advancing this forward and no seeing you off of that, but in this game you get 5-10 on the primaries and you've still got your 5-10, so there's no point in no seeing you off of there. What there is point in doing is taking another tactical step back and maximizing the range between you and I. Yeah. So, because if they were anywhere here, they're dead next turn. And I put 1 back in because Apothecary, that's what they do. See? Parade ground drill.
Yeah, it's you've almost moved them the length of the battlefield back this game.
Heroic, right?
Yes.
I have made this thing over here the Oath of Moment target, though.
Yeah.
The Mecha Dread, because that means all the jumpy dudes will reroll hits and reroll wounds because they're twin linked against it. And I can't have that rampaging down through my lines. And there is a unit of Hellblasters here that can lend in. If I don't kill this, I'm in trouble. So let's start here. I say if I don't kill it, I'm move blocking again. Maybe the move blocking will keep me safe for another turn. Anyway, 3s to hit. Now I'm going to do something really cheeky here, which is I'm going to pick up everything and fish for the sustained.
Makes sense.
Yes. Because 6s go bang twice. It didn't help. I need 6s to wound. Your toughness 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. With the twin link goodness. Come here. Come here. Drop dice don't count, so I'll reroll one of these. 7 3-up saves, each doing 2 damage. That's 4 wounds off of it. Knocked it down to 7 wounds remaining. Then we have Jumpy Unit number 2. Firing desperately down this street. Trying to take this beast down. Daka, Daka, Daka. Actually, we don't say Daka. You say Daka. I didn't get any 6s. Now I need 6s. So no explosions, but how many wounds? 3 more 3-up saves coming in. And another 4 damage. It's down to 3 wounds? 3 wounds remaining. And then there's the Hellblasters in this building here. And guess what? We're overcooking. And I need this to work. 3s. Oath. 5s. Oh, that's a good roll. 5 4-up saves with the cover. And you take 2 more damage. It's on 1 wound remaining. Do I actually charge with jumpy dudes? That sounds like a crazy, silly thing to do. I might.
Hazardous?
Oh yeah, hazardous. 2 of the Hellblasters die. This unit don't know how to use the plasma. This unit, however, these are bosses with the plasma, going for assassinate, firing in at the unit of 2, the squiggy dudes.
And gonna hard as nails.
You can hard as nails them. So I think instead of winning you on 4s, I'm going to be 5s. 3s to hit. Overcooking gets me up to strength 8, toughness 7, hard as nails, 4s to wound. 6 up saves on the back guy, so we'll do a couple at a time.
Is it damage 1?
Damage 2.
Okay.
So you can do 2 of them.
No.
No, so he's going to need to make a couple of feel no pains. And he gets taken out. Feel no pain. How many wounds has he got?
5, I think. I think you got him anyway.
I got him anyway?
5 wounds.
I got him anyway, and that is assassinate, which is good, because that was the last shot of the turn. I have killed a character. Jumpy dudes, but do I charge this thing? See, the thing is, it's 3s to hit you.
Yeah.
But 6s to wound you, and you have a 2-up save.
Yeah.
So what's the chance of actually getting a wound through which you fail? I feel low.
No.
And
How many attacks do they have?
3 attacks each.
I mean, I've only got to roll 1-1.
Only got to roll 1-1. I feel you're tempting me. But they're blocking the street. They're doing heroic stuff, firing round after round after round, and there's the occasional bit of a squig which is still trying to chew on their legs.
Actually, you're right, and you could overwatch me if I move. So
I could overwatch you if you move. I do have
right,
1 CP stat
that
there.
probably does make more sense.
So that will be the end of my turn 4. I'm only capped on an objective. I still got a couple more points. You are going to pick up 10 points on the primaries. I have done the assassinate thing. Let's rack up some points and go into Orks turn 4. Adding up all the stuff and things, it's 57 to 44. The Orks are 13 points behind, and they've got 2 good objectives here. Capture enemy outpost, they're right next to it, and that's worth 8 points. And secure no man's land. And remember, you score objectives at the end of the game as well, so the Orks are far from out of this fight. Here we are after the movement phase. Now, interestingly, you've already captured the enemy outpost, which is worth 8 points. And you're not going for secure no man's land, because you're thinking about turn 5. Tell people your thoughts.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think about end of game points, because I don't think it's worth risking trying to get the boys into the middle for even for now or for next turn.
Right.
When they can score this one end of my last turn and then score end of game as well. So they're basically worth 10 points down where they are.
Because you go second, you score at the end of the thing, and you score your command on the primary, and you're going to score 5 points at the end of the battle for every objective you control. That objective is worth 10 points. Then it's out there.
Yeah, as long as I keep them safe.
So you could run them off in the middle, but then they won't be safe.
No,
No.
they won't be safe.
And why didn't you move the Mega Squig at all?
So the problem is he's on 1 wound.
Yes.
So the second he moves, if I was in your shoes, I would definitely overwatch him.
Yes.
So I'm a bit stuck. So I'm kind of like scared to do anything. So I'm going to shoot. And then, depending on what the shooting does, I may attempt to charge.
Yeah, because I'm definitely going to try and overwatch him.
Yeah.
He's still the Oath of Moment target until the next command phase.
Yes.
And he's just got 1 wound.
Oh, he does
He's
repair.
hanging in. He does repair.
He does repair.
We
Just
remember the
reminded me.
repair. He's up to 4 wounds.
He's on 4, so
He's on 4.
that changes things.
He could move a little bit if he wants
That
to.
changes things. So I don't need to move, but I might charge.
Okay. So the Mega Squig is shooting over the head into this unit onto the objective.
That's right.
Okay. Number of shots.
D6 plus 3.
You keep rolling low with that thing.
Yeah.
It's only 4 shots, hitting on Orc. And you hit once.
Hit once.
Yay.
This will be freeze.
Wounds.
1, -2 damage, 3.
And I failed the save. One of them gets nuked, but it won't be enough to force a battle shock test. However, it is less guns to fire back with. Then we came over here, we did the sticks getting thrown out at the fast strike servo turret. No wounds caused. So last turn, you didn't kill any in your shooting phase. This turn you killed a Space Marine, you killed a Beaky.
Yeah.
100% more better.
It's well-trained plasma fire versus sticks.
Yes. Now we're going to charge. What do you want to charge with the herd down here? The fast strike or the Hellblasters? What are you thinking? You have got a CP over there.
The beast butt slapper is going to go into the turret.
He's also in. I'm not overwatching. I'm waiting here.
The big unit is going to attempt to charge the Hellblasters.
Okay, good luck. Let's see what we get. That's an 11. They are definitely in there. And are you charging with your Mega Squig into these boys? Now you're up to 4 wounds.
Now up to 4 wounds. Well, I mean, I could try and be safe, but as happened in our last game, I didn't play safe. I played for narrative and for fun, so he's going to go in.
He's hungry.
He's Going to go in. An Orc Dread would go in.
So the boys in blue would Overwatch.
Yes.
I need 6s, but oh my Emperor. But fortunately they explode twice, and I've got Oath of Moment.
Yeah.
So somehow I end up with 15 hits, but again, 6s to wound, and they're twin linked. So only 2 so far. It's looking okay so far. I can't roll 5 6s again, can I? No, I can't. Only 2 wounds. 2 3-up saves. And you make the saves.
And he's okay.
And he goes,
and he goes in.
He is in there. And we're going to start the fight phase here, and this massive Squig is angry and he's doing tank shock again. He's jumping up and down. 5s do mortal wounds, and I see 5. Then he starts crumping on 3s. 6s explode. No explosions, and in fact only 2 hits.
This would be 2s.
2s to wound. Minus 2. 3 damage. He kills 3 in total with the tank shock as well. That's good. But from 0 to hero, from 1 wound to tied up with 1 jumpy dude left remaining down here. Now we're coming across here to the charge from the herd. You're going to start with the fast, right?
Sorry, I didn't do butt slapper.
Okay, butt slapper. Here he goes on 2s. And that 2 goes back in because of the explosion. Strength.
It's just 4s, strength 6.
Okay. Nice. 2-up save normally. He only takes 2 wounds.
It's just the Squig.
Squig coming in.
I think that's just 1.
Yep. Doesn't wound. That turret is still on 4 wounds remaining, but you have secured that objective. Captured the enemy outpost. Now we're doing the herd. We have a bajillion attacks, so I'm spending my last CP on Armour of Contempt. What are we fighting with first?
So this is the riders, the normal riders.
Okay.
So this will be 2s.
Yes, and 6s explode, and there is 4 6s. With Lance, this is wounding on 2s. So, I've got 16 3-up saves to make.
Mm-hmm.
Each failed 1 kills a dude. 1, 2, 4.
Roll.
3s on the Squiggies. And 3s to wound because they don't get Lance. And again, these are minus 1, 2 damage. So a bunch of 3s coming up. I've lost 4 so far. 5, 6, 7 in total. Then we have a knob. He is on 2s.
It's on 2s.
No 6s there. He wounds on 3s.
He doesn't get that.
No. 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
I make the saves.
It saves.
Squig gets angry.
3s.
Hits twice. And 3s.
3s again.
Wounds twice. And kills 1 more. So there's a Hellblaster left. Then we do some piling in. That was a devastating charge. Right, so first up, the 7 that you killed on 3s, they can shoot back. And they've got pistols. So they pull out their pistols and they go backa. And those are lethal because Lieutenant is in there. Mm-hmm. And then these need 5s. So they do 3 wounds with their pistols as you run them down. 3 4-up saves. And then the feeling of the pain. And I hurt 1. And then the last remaining Hellblaster lashes out and hits once and doesn't wound. Then the Apothecary. That's lethal. Wounds once. Another 4-up. And I feel no pain. Then the Lieutenant with his master crafted power weapon hitting on 2s. That becomes a lethal. The rest are 5s to wound. So only 1 wound comes through at -2, which is a failed save, and it's 2 damage. I kill 1.
Yeah.
Over here, a jumpy dude fighting back, and he hits twice. And I can reroll 1 of them actually because of Oath. And he needs 6. No damage caused. He's yeah. And then we're gonna fight back with the turret against the big Squig of Doom, butt slapper. No wounds caused by the Tech Marine, but you have captured that enemy outpost, which makes it 52 points to 57. So the Orks are only 5 points behind. And remember, you get 5 points for each objective that you control at the end of the game. And I'm in a lot of trouble. I've got a lot of the units that are really injured all across the line. So we're going to make a bunch of battle shock tests. Also, the thing is about having not very many units is actually being able to score the secondaries. is going to be tricky.
Yeah.
It's going to be very key to see which ones I get.
Scoring stuff with your incredibly brave tactical retreating is going to be
Exactly.
difficult as well.
And I'm only getting 5 points on this right now, which will get me 10 points in the lead, but that unit gets 10 points just for being there. And Butt Slapper, he's got an OC of 3, right?
Yeah.
And technically these guys can fall back, shoot and charge. So technically I could try and run onto that, but then I've got to withstand the second charge from the herd. Let's go away and have a look. Well, I'll get 5 points. I'll be 10 points in the lead. Now let's go on to Space Marines, turn 5. So I'm 10 points in the lead and I need to capture the enemy outpost, which I won't be able to do, and engage on all fronts, spread out across the battle grid. So we passed the battle shock everywhere, which is lovely, enabling me to fall back with the servo turret here, and I've spent a CP, so it's in the tactical doctrine, it can shoot. And with this thing here, and with this unit that can fall back and shoot and charge anyway, because it's got a lieutenant in it, and I put a Hellblaster back in, the idea is this is Oath of Moment target, kill them. Or at least tie them up enough, do a last minute heroic charge, tie them up to stop them running off and getting on an objective somewhere. Because there's one here, one here, one here, but there's only 2 units.
Yeah.
So you can only score with a certain number of units. So at least try and tie one up is the plan. The Hellblasters, the unit of 2 as well, they're going to help out. So that's good down here. That's good. And then the reason why this fell back this way is because I need to engage on all fronts. So the one that was engaged jumped back this way, and the one that wasn't engaged has jumped forward to move block one more time to stop you rampaging down towards this objective here. That's the plan anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll start off by shooting this bad boy one more time, hitting the giant squiggy thing on 3s, and those 6s explode twice. Winning on 6s with the twin linkered. 2 so far. Just 2. It's 2 at -1. 2 3-up saves. And it's down to 2 wounds remaining again. I feel like we've been here before. This thing can't shoot because it fell back. So we're coming across here to everything trying to shoot your Squig Riders, starting off with the servo turret. And the servo turret is going to hit on 2s with Oath. And it's strength 9. It's wounding on 3s with twin linked. -1. And it's 3 damage a time.
Oh, nice.
And they have 3 wounds each.
One's dead.
Okay, this is working.
One's on 1.
One's on 1 wound left. Okay, we're going to come across to this squad. We're going to overcook, but first let's shoot some pistols in. Apothecary with his Absolver bolt pistol hits on a 3 and wins on a 5. No, and the Lieutenant with his Volkite thing hits. And a Neo Volkite bolt pistol strength 5, but it's devastating and it doesn't wound. Okay, so let's overcook some Hellblasters. One more time for the win. They're the Oath of Moment target. And those are lethal hits. So the shots go straight through. So we're straight onto the Feel No Pains.
Is it 2 damage? Or
2
1
damage a time, yeah.
So
Definite
3.
overcooking.
The first one is dead.
Yes.
And then the second one will take 4. And he's on 1 left.
He's on 1 left. Take 1 out. Interesting. We need to do hazardous checks on this unit. We're good. And did the other unit fire in yet? They haven't fired in yet, have they?
No, I think it was you did characters and then...
Yes. So this unit will fire in. And everything hits. And only 2 wounds. -3.
Straight through?
You're getting cover because I'm shooting through the thing. So...
And 2, right?
Yes.
So it's 2 6-up saves. 1 saved.
And the Feeling of the Pains. Overcooked.
And
Let's kill one.
1 wound. Finish it off.
Hazardous. I'm okay. That's the end of my shooting phase. The last heroic thing to do is to charge through with the Lieutenant.
Yep.
Try and tie up this unit. We make the charge. We go in that way, and there was what was that? What was that? What was that?
It feels like that's the first time they've gone forward the whole game.
Yes. Well, no, there was the bit in turn 1 where we went forward for a bit.
Oh yeah.
And we stuck our heads out
Very,
and we did
very
some shoot.
out of character.
It's the second time.
Very out of character.
This is heroic last-ditch stuff here. The idea is if I kill all of these and pile back onto that objective, I'll stop you scoring it, you see. Yeah. This is definitely going to work. It's not going to work. Let's hit you with some Hellblasters. So they hit on 3s and Oath of Moment. And that one's actually lethal because of Lieutenant. So I get 3 wounds through. 4s And then a 5.
Save.
Okay, nothing happened. Should have done the apothecary as well, to be fair. The apothecary does up wound, a 4 and a 5. You make the 4. The lieutenant with his 5 attacks with this mastercrafted power weapon is going to do it. Because those are lethal and the rest, 5s to... He does 4 wounds, what a G. 6 up saves because, oh, he made 2 of them.
Made 2.
Okay, so that was 4 damage in total that went through.
First one, I could have done more actually.
He kills one.
Kills a guy.
He slaughters one, cuts one down, leaving the boss knob and a rider remaining.
More rider.
Okay.
Ooh.
He hits 5 times. He's angry. I am spending my CP on armor of contempt.
So this will be 3s.
Yes.
So 4 normal saves because you ignore the -1 now.
Okay. All right. 4 normal saves.
Now 2 damage.
Both of the Hellblasters die. Squig attacks.
Oh god,
They're angry.
Last minute angry.
They're hungry. They've done lots of running around. They've done lots of killing
Oh,
things.
that's another 5.
They've done
5 normal saves.
Okay, I have to do the apothecary. Stop it now. That's that. They both save, and the apothecary and the apothecary. The apothecary takes 2 wounds.
Takes 2.
Knob hits. That was a 6, 5 times. Chuck another one in.
4. Was it?
I think so.
No, I don't think it was.
Okay.
I think it's 4.
Looking through the camera.
4 normal saves.
Apothecary. Actually, I can do it all together because they've all got the same saves. The 2 characters still stand there.
And then just
2 wounds left on the apothecary.
The last squig. 2 more. 1 more.
And the apothecary holds. Then at the very end of the game for the Space Marines, I've got 3 jumpy dudes down here, 2 Hellblasters, and 2 characters and a fast strike servo turret over here. That's all that's remaining. However, you've just got 3 guys on the Squig Hoppers now. A Dreadnought back to 2 wounds, which should have been dead a long, long time ago.
Yep.
And a unit of boys over there. I do get 3 points for engage on all fronts. Let's rack up some points and see where we are. So I'm 65 points to the Orks 52. They're 13 points behind.
Yep.
And we're going to get an extra 5 points at the end of the game for every objective that we jump on. So there is 1 guy down here, which you could shoot, blow him off that objective. That would be bad. And that is the only 5 points I could get. But there are a couple of objectives spread around all over the place for the Orks, as we go to Orks turn 5. The Orks also sense that the battle is over, or the Gretchen really. They're smarter than the Orks, so they know these things. They want to engage on all fronts as well, and defend their stronghold. At the end of the Orks moving phase, these guys on the Squig Hoppers spread out to take this objective here. The big chunky thing of doom. It's back up to 3 wounds, because bits keep falling off of it and bits keep getting nailed back on it again. And you're engaging on 3 fronts for 3 points, but you want to fall back with this unit here to engage on 4 fronts.
Yeah.
And you failed your battle shock test.
I did, yeah.
So you're going to fall back with them anyway?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, it'd be more exciting.
Okay, don't roll 1s and 2s or they'll get cut down.
So, normal guy.
Normal guy? No.
He's alive, and a knob is alive.
The only shooting of the game is this big chunky thing of doom trying to blow me off this objective here. So of course I'm armor of contempting. Don't roll a 1 for your number of shots. It's a 4. Finally you get 7 shots in. Maybe you can actually hit this time.
I know, he's not been there.
He hits 3 times. That's glorious. Wounds on 3s. And he wounds 3 times. AP -2.
Yep.
Bit of cover from the building.
So he needs them all.
Maybe.
Damage free.
Yes. So I need to make all 3s. I don't make any 3s. The last shell he fired was the bestest shell. He was saving it up for the very end. Smeared this intercessor all across the battle grid. And this is the way the world ends. I'm not going to pick up anything for being on any of the primary objectives at the end of the game. The Orks are engaging on all 3 fronts, actually, because they're not in that quarter. So that'll be 3 points there. But this is worth 5, 10 points at the end of the game. And 5, 10 points at the end of the game. Plus an extra 3 for defending your stronghold. A glorious comeback from the Squig Hog boys at the end of the game, giving them a final score of 78 points to the Space Marines 65, or 88 to 75 with the painting standard. The Orks take it. with 13 points to spare. Dude, that was a really fun game with a really fast, zippy army and not an orc in sight, just Gretchen all over the place. Tell me about this list and things. I feel like it either wins big or loses big, because it seems to be an all or nothing thing. Am I getting that wrong, or?
No, I mean, it's designed for fun. It loves having first turn on most deployments, so
Yeah.
It hinges on that a lot of the time. But the fact that it's got no shooting in a shooting based game obviously does hamper it. So if you go second against, I don't know, Tau or guard, then they're gonna have a bad day. They're tanky, but they're not so tanky that a gunline can't remove them.
They're definitely tougher than I thought they would be. I mean, toughness 7/4 up, save 5 up, feel no pain. They're good.
Yeah,
they're good. And where did you get all the Gretchen from?
They're normal Gretchen models. I just chopped them up and kind of messed around with a bit of Queen stuff and kind of did it all that way.
So you paid for an army twice. You got an entire orc army and then added some more stuff and then do you like pain? I mean,
I actually gave all of the orcs and all of the riders I didn't use. I actually gave to a friend of mine to use for other things.
Oh, nice.
And then had to redo all the riders again just to make it work. But
okay.
I had good fun doing it.
And you go to events and things. There's an event up north we need to shout out. One of your friends does awesome events, which you were telling me he gives higher prizes away for like best army, best painted, things like that. And then actually people who win it. It's all about the hobby and stuff.
Yeah, so my friend Harry runs an event called Battlefield Birmingham, which is in the UK in Birmingham, funnily enough. He runs it 3-4 times a year. I've been a few times. It's a really good event.
How many people?
The last one we did was about 70 people.
Battlefield Birmingham. Where in Birmingham?
I forget the name of the area because I'm not prepared, but I forget the name of the exact area within Birmingham. But he's got the events always on Facebook on the event page. So just search Battlefield Birmingham if you're anywhere near the city and you want to go on Facebook and you'll see it. And the next
2-day event, 1-day event?
All different ones. 1 day, 2-day, doubles, singles. You get food with the tickets. The price support is amazing, and like you mentioned, he does stronger price support for best painted and for most sporting than he does for placing.
Nice.
So he's got a nice kind of attitude towards encouraging all different types of players to go. So yeah, you'll have a really good time. The next one I believe is a 1-dayer in February and a 2-dayer in March. He's already put the tickets up for sale. Just search Battlefield Birmingham on Facebook, on the old Facebook, and if you want to have a look.
Okay, and when this goes up on the tubes, write a comment so I can pin it as well, so people who want to check, I can pin it in the comments and it'll be at the top there. I do like events that put a heavier emphasis on the narrative, on the game, on the enjoyment of the game, of the miniatures, of the best general, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's hobby first, right?
Yeah.
Hobby first, fighting second, flipping tables and stabbing each other third, and occasionally eating your opponent's army when you run over them with a giant squig fourth.
Absolutely, yeah.
Particularly if you're hungry.
It's also I think one of the things that I enjoy most about it is it gives everyone who attends a sense of having something to play for.
Nice.
Which I think is the most important thing. So it doesn't matter how good or bad your games go. It's nice if everyone's involved and everyone can potentially get something out of it. So.
Brilliant. Battlefield Birmingham. Check them out. Are you on the Instagram or on the things for anyone to check you out?
Oh, I'm too old for all the social media. No, I
don't click on the clicky box and things?
I try and avoid it, yeah.
Okay.
As much as possible.
It's probably better for your mental health, to be fair. Anyway, that was glorious. I really enjoyed myself.
Did you have a unit of the match?
Unit of the match for me. Well, the Redemptive Dreadnought kind of hang around for a long time, but I honestly, the Lieutenant and these guys, they did some work. They obviously, the Hellblasters, parade ground excellence with their plasma fire this time, moving forward, tactically moving positions, sweeping around. They killed a lot of stuff. They took out a kill rig. So the man of the match will be Lieutenant Krieger with my Apothecary and my Hellblasters. How about for you?
As usual, a lot of my army couldn't hit a barn door, but that just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always the Squigpocalypse boys. The units, they're just amazing.
Yeah.
If once they get in, they just cause such a pains to the opponent. So
is 6 the max size? Do they come in bigger?
No, 6 is the max.
6 is the max.
And they're fairly expensive as well. So you've got to kind of go all in if you want to.
This guy makes them better as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought the actual Inceptors actually performed a lot better than I was expecting. These guys for you.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised by how much damage they can put out.
Everyone brings the plasma. But with Oath of Moment, suddenly you've got reroll hits, reroll wins anyway. So I think looking in the Space Marine Codex for those twin linked moments to bring back that old Oath goodness. And at 2 damage, sustained hits 2, they're good. They're good. I don't have any of the plasma ones, which is why all the bottle ones are here.
Yeah.
But they perform quite well. And all the Gravis stuff is toughness 6 now, so I quite like them. Anyway, the battle mat is from urbanmats.com. These pre-painted, massive chonky scenery that you see around you are from urbanmats.com as well. And these lovely statues, marchofwar.co.uk, along with my objective markers. Do hope you enjoyed that battle report. Be nice, be good, and as Bill and Ted said, be excellent to each other. Happy wargaming.